Hello, my Libra lovelies. This is your end of 2022, beginning of 2023 tarot reading. My name is Natasha, also known as Nourish Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. Basically, what we're going to do is a little recap of 2022, see what was going on in 2022, see what we're leaving behind in 2022, and see what is waiting for us in 2023, kind of the beginning of 2023, and just check in and see what the energy is there. So for 2022, I'm going to be using the horror tarot for that because 2022 was a horror and that's how we're going to check in. And then for 2023, we're going to use the Way Home tarot, and then we're also going to clarify with a couple oracle pulls. And yeah, we're just going to see what's up. Now, remember that this is for the Libra collective, so make sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Some of this might be for you, some of this might be for another Libra. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get into it. So at the bottom of our 2022 deck, my Libras, is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles, I feel like my Libras are feeling a little out in the cold after 2022. Feeling a little sad, lonely, lost, very kind of scarcity mindset. And, you know, 2022 was rough. Like, 2022 was rough. And I feel like for my Libra lovelies, you know, you're feeling a little lonely, a little sad. Maybe like you've missed out on something in 2022. Maybe something happened in 2022 that kind of left you feeling alone in the cold, at a loss. Traditionally, the Five of Pentacles is depicted, you know, it has the stained glass window, but in front of it's supposed to be like a church or a gathering space. And then outside, there's two people that are sick, you know, in poverty. They're in the snow, right? And they're outside, but they're looking at that stained glass window like, man, I wish I was inside with... I'm hearing like the Little Mermaid, like, I want to be where the people are. Like, you're feeling kind of like an outsider, Libra, after 2022, which I feel like a lot of us felt that way. You know, 2022 was definitely a year, I don't want to say of loss, but just of that kind of lonely, you know, still some in a pandemic, like still, you know, just kind of isolated. Isolated is the vibe, Libra. So, you know, I'm sorry that you went through that, but we'll see what else is going on in 2022. Hopefully we can leave that Five of Pentacles in 2022, but let's check in. What was happening in 2022 for my Libras? What was going on? What were the energies of 2022 for the Libra squad? I love this deck so much. It is very spooky, but the artwork is absolutely beautiful. Can I get maybe a couple more for our Libra friends? Ooh, okay. Who do we have here? All right. So we do have a bit of a pairing here. So we have, this is the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, air energy. You might have found a partner, Libra. You might have found your significant other or a divine partnership. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could also be friendship. But I am honestly, you know, I think it could be a good thing. This card, the Queen of Swords, came up in the collective reading I did for 2022, end of 2022 going into 2023, and it's very interesting that this demon or whatever it is putting a necklace on this person. Again, I'm feeling that like Ariel vibe, right, of the, you know, the thing that Ursula like uses to collect her voice. I feel like Libra, the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Air. She isn't afraid to set boundaries. She, you know, isn't afraid to cut people off. She isn't afraid to speak her mind, right? Again, that throat chakra energy, like speaking your truth, speaking your mind. This may have possibly led you to your partner, or even again, if it's not a partnership, it kind of just put you in that energy of like, I can I can cut people out if I need to. I can set my boundaries. I can do what's best for me. And that might have been what kind of led you to that feeling of like, I'm out in the cold. I may be alone, because maybe you did have to cut someone out or something out, some energies. It doesn't have to be a person. There's a lot of swords energy here, which is, you know, your energy. It's that air energy. But swords, and maybe it's because I don't really have a lot of air in my chart, swords scares me. Swords are very intense energy. So, you know, it could be a little intense, Libra, but we do have some also lovely cards here, right? We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is giving bent neck lady a little bit. The Empress is giving kind of alien a little bit, right? The Empress can be a card of pregnancy, so maybe you did have a pregnancy in the past year. But in this deck, I feel like, again, and this has come up a lot in a lot of the readings for 2022, you see how it's very parasitic, right? Whatever is coming out of this person, it's like kind of tearing out of her. It's giving parasite. It's giving like alien. I think that was who you had to cut out with all your swords, right? King and Queen of Swords, that very like thinking with the head over the heart, intellectual energy, speaking your truth, throat chakra energy, using your voice. You use your voice to get rid of whatever that kind of parasitic energy was. Maybe it was a person, could be a place, thing, it could be a job. It could really be energy. It could be anything. But you had to do that, Libra, and it did kind of leave you feeling out in the cold a little bit. You know, you moved on from something, right? We have the Six of Swords here. You can see this spooky guy's crossing, I think, the river Styx. The Six of Swords is a card of migration, of moving on to something else, getting in your boat and kind of sailing away. And it could have been physically, right? You could have maybe moved to somewhere new, but it's more in the mind, right? Again, swords is about intellect. I feel like, you know, you had to let go of whatever that was in the mind space. You had to let go of that person, place, energy, thing, whatever it was. You had to kind of put up like mental barriers is what I'm seeing or hearing, that, you know, you just had to like kind of put up those walls. Rightfully so, right? You needed to set your boundaries, but it did leave you feeling a little out in the cold, a little lonely. It was a big decision that you had to make. We have the Two of Swords here. It's a card of decisions, choices. Sorry, my dog Jack started barking. I don't want your dogs to bark if you're watching this. But anywho, we have the Two of Swords here. And the Two of Swords is a card of decision making, but like you're kind of stalled, right? You're stalled at the decision. You're like, which way do I go? I feel the Two of Swords is really a baby card to Justice, which is the card of Libra. It's very similar in its depiction. It is a person, a woman sitting blindfolded. She kind of has two swords crossed, and it's like she wants to make a decision, but she can't. She's kind of more waiting for the universe to like make the decision for her. But I feel like in this case, Libra, maybe you were there for a while. You were in that position of like, you know what? I don't want to make a decision. I don't want to cut this person out. I don't want to move on. You know, it's very hard when we're trying to cut out that like parasitic energy of someone who is a taker. And maybe it was someone that you were in a partnership with, right? But finally, you made the decision to move on, to cut that person out, right? It did leave you feeling a little bit Nine of Pentacles, or Five of Pentacles, but you also have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is a single independent energy. Can also be abundance, but I think, you know, with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, those are kind of like almost opposite cards. I feel like you're feeling the Five of Pentacles after 2022 because you're a little lonely, maybe after cutting out all that nonsense. However, you're also feeling the Nine of Pentacles because you are independent, right? There is a fine line between loneliness and independence. I know, I have done the same thing this year, Libra. I'm living on my own for the first time with nobody else, and it does get very lonely. But I have to remind myself, you know, I'm also single. Like, it's independence, right? Independence can be lonely, but independence and making my own decisions in my life, speaking up, using my throat chakra, speaking my truth, setting boundaries where they need to be set, benefits me far more than maybe being with someone or being around people, but their energy is just terrible. My mental health is suffering, right? You know, it's not a good relationship. It's better to cut those things out and feel a little lonely, feel a little Five of Pentacles, so we can also feel Nine of Pentacles in the long run. I just saw 222 as I'm recording. So we can feel that, again, it's giving bent neck lady a little bit, but the Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant, luxurious, wealthy energy, but it is single and independent. It is traditionally depicted as a single woman who is just dressed to the nines. I think she has like peacock feathers on her dress, and she is independent. She has her own money. She has her own wealth. She takes care of herself, which can lead us again to feeling a little bit Five of Pentacles. But just remember, Libra, that you made the right decision. You moved on from whatever that thing was. You chose yourself, right? I'm hearing that's what you chose. You chose yourself. And the loneliness isn't going to last forever, okay? So let's check in with 2023. What's going on for 2023? And we love to see it at the bottom of the deck. I already pre-shuffled these decks for 2023 is the 10 of Pentacles. That's what we want, right? That's what's missing. That was what was missing from 2022. That's why you were feeling 5 of Pentacles, because you were feeling very lonely. You were feeling 9 of Pentacles, very independent. You're like, maybe I have this abundance now that I moved on. I made the decision. I cut those people off. I cut out that parasite. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling abundant, but I am maybe single. I am maybe without a crew, a community, a coven. I'm feeling kind of lonely. I'm feeling kind of out in the cold. The 10 of Pentacles is the opposite of that, right? Look at all those plates. There's 10 plates. This is a dinner for a family. The 10 of Pentacles is community wealth. It's wealth and abundance in the home and hearth with multiple people. You know, we go from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles, right? So 9, independent, you know, abundant, but on her own kind of energy. 10 of Pentacles is generational wealth, is familial wealth, is communal wealth, but more so not just wealth, but abundance, right? With a community, with people around you. So that's what we have to look forward to in 2023, Libra. Don't worry. I know, you know, you're feeling the 5 of Pentacles, feeling a little lonely, but it's getting better. So what is going on for Libra in 2023? Anybody? Bueller? 2023? Libra? Maybe? Somebody just fell out. Yeah. 2 of Pentacles. So you might be working a lot, Libra, in the new year. This is a reminder to have that work-life balance. Your card came out. Justice. This is the card of Libra. It's the card of balance. What I just say? Work-life balance. You also have the Daughter of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. You can see here it's like a little seedling. Libra, something for you is definitely coming in the kind of material world, whether it's a job, you know, kind of a surprise offer, maybe some surprise money coming in. I really see career here, though. I think, again, with that 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles energy, right? That's kind of a new pentacle coming in, a new little seed coming in that's going to get you from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. So anything else for Libra in 2023? Woo! I'm not going to take all those. That was like half the deck that came out. What's going on for Libra? I don't usually pull cards like this where I like shuffle until they fall out. I usually take them from the top of the deck, but I'm trying something new. But I will resort to the old-fashioned way. Look, I can't take all of you. I know all of you want to come out. Come on, give me something good here. What's happening for Libra? Okay, fine. You know what? Okay. Look at that. You know, I was kind of feeling the Empress was going to come out again because I do love the Empress in this deck. Yeah, for sure, Libra. So look at the difference between this Empress and this Empress. Which Empress would you like? Right? We want this one. This one bad, scary, we don't want. This one good. Tree growing from the heart. You know, the past, your Empress was kind of, I feel that really independent, lonely, single independent energy with the Empress and the 9 of Pentacles. You cut out some stuff to go on your own journey, to step into your own. That was in 2022. That's what we're leaving behind in 2022. And now we're stepping into the true Empress, which is creation, which is thinking with your heart, but in a, you know, a safe, healthy way. You're growing so much out of that heart space. Libra actually rules the heart chakra in the body. It's our balance chakra, our chakra of balance. Balance is the upper and lower chakras. Equal giving and receiving. You know, whereas this old Empress was like someone was taking. Now you're going to have that equal giving and also receiving, right? You can't just give. You can't just give, Libra. I know it's hard. You can't just give. And again, there could be, I think, a new job coming in. Maybe you're going to have 2 jobs that you have to balance. Some kind of little seedling in the wealth, job, career, abundance, material realm is coming in. But you're going to have to find balance. You're going to have to balance work and play, or else, you know, you're going to get a little bit overwhelmed, Libra. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Keep it in balance. This can also be karmic balance, justice coming in. You know, any karma that you accumulated, or any, you know, this person or place or energy or thing or whatever maybe hurt you in 2022 or caused you to have to cut them out. I don't want to say they're going to get theirs, but the scales are going to balance, right? It's not necessarily about them getting theirs. It's about you getting yours, right? You suffered, you put up with that. You had to cut them out. You were lonely. Now the scales are going to start balancing again. What else do we have here? The other cards that flew out. We do have 2 aces. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. This actually came out also in my collective 2023 reading. A new way of thinking, new neural pathway, new mindset, new ideas coming in, new offer of emotion, new offer of love. And it doesn't have to be like a partner. Again, you maybe have just gotten out of that like toxic partnership. Focus on yourself, Libra, for a little bit. It could be filling your own cup. The Ace of Cups vibes is like the cup runneth over, right? And I think that's what you needed. I think you're still struggling a little bit with grief. 5 of Cups is the card of grief, you know, focusing on these spilt cups, which happened in 2022. But it's time to focus on those 2 upright cups that you have, Libra. You have some full, abundant cups in your life. It's time to fill your own cup. There's a card in the Oracle deck that says what you love loves you back, and it's very similar to this Empress energy. What you water is going to grow. What you love loves you back. You know, you have to water this little seedling that's coming in with love, with care, with nurturing, so it can grow instead of focusing on the grief. And I feel like, I don't want to say like wasting energy or wasting that kind of water that could be used to grow something new. I don't want to say you're wasting it, but maybe it's time to take that grief, take that water that would have been spilt and put it into that new thing that's coming in. You do have the Death card, death and rebirth, endings and beginnings. I love this depiction of it though, because yes, you know, our little dear friend died, but there are crystals growing out of it. Again, something might have died, something, and this isn't, people always freak out about a death card. You know, it's not to say that someone is actually dying, right? No, it's something in your life is dying, transformation. But people always forget that with death comes rebirth. Focus on the rebirth, right? Instead of focusing on the loss, like I said, the 5 of Cups, focus on the rebirthing process. Very heavy messages on birth also. I do think a lot of my Libra lovelies maybe had a baby or want to have a baby, or maybe pregnancy is on your mind. So definitely some good vibes for that. We also have the Star, the 8 of Swords, and the Mother or the Queen of Wands. I'm actually wearing the Star as a necklace right now. The Star comes after the Tower. The Star comes after your forest has been burnt, that tower has burnt to the ground, and this is the burnt forest, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? There is a star waiting for you. If you can kind of turn around, right? I feel like this is what I'm seeing in my mind, Libra, is you are like turned around, you're looking at that forest that burned down, and you're like, this is terrible. Maybe you lost a lot. And again, you're feeling out in the cold, and your forest and your tower burnt down, and you're like, grieve it. For sure. You have to feel it. You have to grieve it. But when you finally turn around, the star is going to be right there waiting for you. And how are you going to do that? By escaping your mental prison, 8 of Swords. You can see this little firefly here surrounded by these swords. The firefly could easily get out of there if they wanted to. It is a mental self-imposed prison. It's all in this headspace. You need to have these new ways of thinking. You need to let go of those old limiting beliefs of I don't deserve it, I'm not worthy enough, I'm good enough. You need to work on those. Start believing that you're worthy, believing that you're good enough because you are. Get out of that mental prison. Tap into your Mother of Wands energy. Look at, she has that those embers, that wand burning inside of her. She is a free spirit. She is passionate. She goes for what she wants. She does not have, sorry, the Eight of Swords, she does not have the mental prison. She goes for what she wants because she believes she's worth it. She follows her passions. That's how you're going to get out of that Eight of Swords, self-imposed prison energy. That's how you're going to get away from the Tower, away from the Five of Cups, away from that Five of Pentacles from 2022. You need to work on the brain, Libra, work on the mental, emotional healing, shadow work, limiting beliefs. Start believing that you're worth it. Start believing that you're worth it because you are. All right, let's get a couple more, just some oracle cards for some clarification. What is happening for Libra in 2023, or what does Libra need to hear in 2023? Anybody? Bueller? 2023? Libra? Maybe? Give it one more, and if nothing comes out, okay, there it is. All right, there we go. I'm like, every time I like threaten the cards, I'm like, could you? They're like, fine. All right. Expand time, and this is not a dream. It's feeling very like wake up call. This is not a dream, Libra. You do need to do the work. You need to step back into reality, come back down to earth a little bit. I feel like being stuck in the Five of Pentacles and being stuck in the Five of Cups and being stuck kind of looking at that tower and being like, very ungrounded energy. There is a lot of air and a lot of fire here. Not too many pentacles. There's a couple of pentacles, right? But I think you need to focus on your grounding. This is literally like an alarm blaring. It's a wake-up call being like, this is not a dream. Like, this is real life. You're going to have to put in the work to get out of this Eight of Swords. I'm feeling like you're very trapped in your mind, Libra. You're very restricted or constrained. I don't even know. What are words? It's Mercury retrograde. I don't know what words are anymore. Very constricted in your mind, but this like wake up call is like, you gotta, come on, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. Expand time is you need to expand time. Expanded time is doing the most with the time you have. You know, expanded time is like, if you're, okay, if you're stuck in this Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, time's gonna go by really fast. You're going to be like sitting there, you know, wallowing in the, you know, grieving the past and the tower burning down. I know it was hard. I know it is. It sucks. But that time's going to go by so fast. Whereas if you're watering this new seed, you're working hard, you're focusing on your Mother of Wands energy, going and doing what you're passionate about, focusing on that positive Empress energy, creating new things, so many new offers are going to come in. If you can work with the time that you got instead of kind of being stuck in, you know, it's stuck in the past. Get yourself into the present, get yourself into the future. And I mean, this is you, right? This is why you're kind of stuck imagining more, right? That's you kind of stuck in your mind space of being like, oh, I wish I had this, or I wish this hadn't gone this way. I wish this didn't happen. I know, me too. I wish 2022 didn't happen either. But this is not a dream. You can have more, Libra. You can absolutely have more if you can kind of get out of that headspace and move on. The other card that flew out was Memory Lane. This is where you're stuck. You're stuck down memory lane. You're stuck down all that stuff that happened in the past year. You're like, you know, and it's totally valid. It's totally understandable, but process through grief, right? There's 5 stages of grief. There's a lot of work to do in grief work and letting that past go. But if you can get out of it, there's so many wonderful, lovely things coming your way. The star, that's wish come true. Come on. So that is all I have for you, my Libra lovelies. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. If you enjoy this, I do have live tarot readings, live yoga classes, live new moon and full moon workshops in my membership here on YouTube. We have yoga challenges. We have all kinds of stuff in there. So you can hit that join button to join me. I have a group coaching program, Nourish Your Life, which is open for registration now. I have courses available. I have retreats. We're going to Salem. We're going to Joshua Tree and Ireland next year. I'll put all my offerings in the description box below. Again, don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And I will see you next time. Have a safe and wonderful New Year's, Libra, and Happy New Year.